Hi everyone. I wanted to do a video on an emergency wallet that I always carry with me, and I wanted to sort of illustrate the idea and put it out to you just to consider. I think it's a fantastic idea because when I used to travel, when I used to go out of the house and so on, I always found something that always goes wrong, whether it be a delayed train or you have to change trains or you don't have enough money with you and the ATM card machines are not working, or you're traveling like I used to a lot and you just need to pay an extra fine for overweight luggage, or you need to spot change your flight reservation or something, and just sometimes you just need that extra sort of cash and thing in your hand. You don't have time to log on to internet banking or something fiddly like that, so it's just sort of tangible in hand insurance, hard insurance. I mean, you all have travel insurance and house insurance and car insurance and pet insurance and life insurance and all that, but I don't want to be spending hours and hours on the phone with some call center describing what the situation is. I would far rather have my own insurance, and for me that is my emergency wallet. So I elected to use a Maxpedition urban wallet, but you can use there are some other slimmer wallets by Maxpedition as well, or by any other brand that you might like. This is just the one that I liked. So I'll go ahead and open it and show you what I keep inside. Here we go. So first of all, I keep a bank card in here, and now this bank card, right, let me talk about it. So this bank account is not my primary bank account that I use every day on a normal day basis to buy groceries, to buy things that I need. This is a completely, it's not connected to my actual bank subsidiary. It's a different bank company on its own. Sometimes like one company owns two different brand names of banks. Well, not that. I would recommend going to another company, another banking institution, and opening a separate bank account. Don't ask for don't get an overdraft, don't accept a credit card, don't accept any products or packages that they will offer you, and they will try to ram down your throat and encourage you to buy. Don't just say to them, look, I just want a normal bank account to put my money in with an ATM card, and if possible a checkbook. That's it, that's all you need. And in here then I have some money. It doesn't matter how much money I have or how much money you have, as long as you put some money in there. Now, you don't have to instantly take everything from your main account and put it into there. You can start saving, and that's how I did it as well. Open your wallet now whilst you're watching this video. Quickly get your wallet, open it up, and whatever you have in there, I would say take a quarter of it out and put it into an envelope, and do that once a week. Take a quarter of it out and put it. So I started with £20, and every week or every other week, I put £20 into an envelope, and then after a couple of weeks, I sent it to the bank, and I opened this bank account. Now, that's my money. That's there for an emergency. And an emergency isn't like you're on your way home and you don't have enough money to buy a cup of coffee and you'll dig into this. No. Or like you need to buy a birthday present for someone and you left your wallet at home, or you don't have enough money in your main account, or whatever, payday hasn't come, or you haven't saved enough, or doesn't matter, deal with it. Buy them a card, send them a text message, call them. The thought is much more important than something giving physically. I have all the birthday cards and letters that I've ever received. Obviously not many, but I still have them. So actually saying the message is far more important than the present. So this is example if you are out of the city and you need to return home in an emergency and you need to buy a ticket straight away, and you just don't have time to mess about. You just need to get to the ticket counter, give them the money, take the ticket and go. I've had to do that many times, and I've just and this system has worked for me, so I definitely recommend having a go at that. Take $10 out of your wallet, okay? Even if you're on a tighter budget, take $10 out of your... Try and take $20 out of your wallet in a month, or $30, or £20, or whichever currency you happen to use on a daily basis. and then go ahead and open this, and just a simple bank account, and then that ATM card will be your actual tangible in-hand insurance that you don't have to answer to anyone. It's your money. So yeah, and then secondly, then I also have actual physical cash in here. Currently I'm in the United Kingdom, so I have pound sterling, and then I have it divided into two sections. That's 100 and then 100 sections. And again, I didn't sort of take it out straight away. I saved up for it, and then I just put I got brand new notes from the bank, and I just put divided into two sections. So have some tangible cash in hand, and a bank card, a separate bank card to your normal account. And then, so that's the emergency wallet. So the other things that I have added in here are sort of personal things, and I haven't gone over the top, but I will explain why I added them. I have two batteries in here. They're for my Blackberries. I'm a huge Crackberry fan, and I need Blackberries for my work, and well, when I used to work, I don't work anymore, but I still have the actual phone for my research work. And then I have my personal Blackberry, which I need to speak to my nurse with, and my doctor. I have them on BBM and so on. So in an emergency, the battery runs out and I'm outside, I can simply swap over the batteries, and I have fresh full charge battery. Then I have, but if you have an iPhone, then you can't really change the battery, so I would recommend getting a small power charger. Excuse me. I then have a separate SIM card in here. It's just a standard SIM card, and this SIM card has phone numbers of my doctor, my nurse, my mum, my aunt, my sisters, pre-programmed onto it. So if my Blackberry breaks or something happens, then I can borrow someone's phone or put this into another phone. Or if you can even walk into a hotel and say, look, my phone's broken, can I just put my SIM card into one of your spare phones and just borrow it for a couple of minutes? Obviously the payment will go from your account, so someone will definitely help you. I'm sure there are helpful people out there. So just a backup SIM card. And then this is I've put in here, because we live in the digital age, I've put two, there are two SanDisk, what are they called, memory cards, and then these ones are actually brand new. I've not used them. These are for keeping personal data on. Now I actually originally bought these to put personal data on, and I haven't yet put any personal data on here, because as I mentioned in my ETC video, which I made before this video, please watch that one, instead of putting them on here, I put them onto a Corsair Stealth waterproof USB drive, but I will be putting them onto there. But I just wanted to sort of admit what I'm doing. But I will be putting them onto here, my passport information, my family and friends' photos, visas, travel stuff, certificates, and so on. It's better to have multiple copies than one. So that is my this is my sort of like my backup copy. So if something goes wrong, I can trust that this will ensure that my data is secure. And then for sort of an emergency thing, I can put it into here. Now the good thing about putting it into here is that this memory card will not only fit into my camera, but it will also fit into my Blackberry. So then if I'm abroad and I need to send a copy of my passport to an embassy, well, I have a high-res copy of that, and I don't need to start fiddling about with my camera and trying to take a good quality picture in bad light and in a hurry and in an emergency at an airport or a train station or at a ship port. I have a high-res copy of my passport and my visas in here. And then what I can do is, because this SIM card can go into my Blackberry, I can just open it up into my Blackberry and then attach documents straight into there. Then I have all my documents and my medical documents in here and so on, and I can immediately send them to an embassy or to a pharmacist via email from my Blackberry, and it just makes my life so much easier. This is why I love Blackberries, because they have an insert memory card function, and it's just so helpful. And then you can have on the other card, you can have either a double backup, or you can have just data on here and photos and music, if you like, on the other one, if you want to keep it separate and so on. it just gives you options, and that's why I like Blackberries, and Blackberries are pretty secure communication systems to use. So I mean, that's why my doctors use it, and that's why my research institutions use it. And as a researcher, we trust all our research that until it's published, we want to keep it sort of secure. So we use Blackberries. So yeah, that's the emergency wallet, and I would highly recommend pretty much anyone and everyone to have this. Even for children going to school, I would definitely recommend that parents just give them an extra $10 or $20 or £10 or £20 and put it into just an envelope. You don't need to put it into here. Just put it into an envelope and say, look, keep money on you, and use it in a dire emergency, like your mobile phone is broken and you've missed the bus home or something, and you can give that to a shopkeeper to borrow his phone or something like that. Things happen, and we don't live in a trustworthy or dependable world, unfortunately. I wish we did, I really do. But even the irony is when people say that things don't happen in my area, it always happens in that area, or something really weird happens in that area that it shocks. Well, anything weird will shock, like a crime will shock, but it shocks to that extent that everything changes. The police become proactive, and the government wants more brownie points, and then they activate everything and make everything harsher and so on. It just gets mad. So there's no harm in being prepared, and you don't need to carry, I'm not saying carry firearms and knives and torches and that. I'm just saying, just be prepared. And the best preparation, if the world ends, or if people come up with things like zombie apocalypse or whatever, if that happens, well, it's money isn't going to be an option. But on a day-to-day thing, you need money, and you need communication, and you need to have your data with you. And there's a lot of people out there who won't be like me and who keep paper records of things. They'll just put everything onto their phone. What happens when you're on a long train journey, and you really need to speak to someone about something, and your batteries run out and you don't have a charger with you? No one on the train's going to help you. Highly unlikely. It's just the stupid world we live in. I wish they did. I'd love to help, and I have helped a couple of people, because I always have a mobile charger on me in my bag, and they were pretty shocked that I did, but whatever. But 99.9% people, and that's not criticism, that's just a hard reality fact. So there's no harm in being prepared, and sensible preparation, and I found that this is sensible preparation. I mean, on a worst case scenario, if you said this was too heavy, I could very easily just take out the SIM card and take out one of the batteries and leave my research BlackBerry and just use my personal BlackBerry to do everything. Okay, I could reduce this down because it's a 64GB card, so I could just carry one, and I could just carry my bank card and some cash, and that would reduce a lot of weight in here. And then it's age dependent as well. Not all children need to. I mean, for children, I definitely think children should have one as well. But they're not going to have research BlackBerries and personal BlackBerries and so on. But you know what I mean. So make it age appropriate. Make it appropriate to your conditions, your area, your survival sort of strategy or region. And it's just sort of, it's tangible in-hand insurance that you don't have to rely upon. And I think it's a fantastic idea, and it's worked for me for ages, and I really wanted to do a video on it just to share something with you. So I hope you learned something from it, and I hope you can take an idea away from it and develop it and make it better. And go ahead and give me comments, give me feedback. I love the interaction with you guys. So please feel free, and I'll be honoured to hear back from you. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you on further videos. Thank you. Bye.